Somewhere, years ago, in a house that looked ordinary from the outside, a child learned a lesson no one ever said out loud. Love wasn't guaranteed. It had to be earned, watched for, protected. A raised voice could change the whole room. A closed door could mean anything. And asking for comfort sometimes felt more dangerous than staying silent. That child grew up into an adult. The house is gone now, but the lesson stayed. And if you look closely at how they love today, you'll see it everywhere. In the way they give, the way they worry, the way they hold on just a little too tight. This is the psychology behind people who had hard childhoods, and why their love looks nothing like anyone else's. Psychologists call it hypervigilance in relationships. When a child grows up scanning a room for danger, that instinct doesn't disappear in adulthood, it just changes shape. They notice a shift in tone before anyone else does. They read a delayed reply like evidence. Their nervous system learned early that safety could vanish without warning, so even now, calm feels unfamiliar, almost suspicious. Then there's the way they give, not casually, not in moderation. When someone who grew up in chaos finally finds a person who feels safe, they tend to pour everything into it. Time, energy, forgiveness, second chances they probably shouldn't hand out so easily. Because somewhere inside, a part of them still believes love has to be earned through effort, or it might disappear. Many of them struggle with something that sounds strange at first: receiving love. A compliment feels uncomfortable. Kindness feels like it's waiting for a catch. If you grew up where affection came with conditions, unconditional love can feel foreign, even threatening, because your body was trained to expect the other shoe to drop. There's also the loyalty. Once someone like this commits, they commit hard. Walking away was never simple for them growing up. Sometimes it wasn't even possible. So as adults, they hold on longer than they should, hoping this time will be different, hoping their love might finally be enough to keep someone from leaving. Watch closely and you'll see another pattern. They test, quietly, without ever announcing it. A small mistake becomes a question they never ask out loud. Will you stay anyway? A bad mood becomes a private experiment. Will you disappear like everyone else did? It isn't manipulation. It's a nervous system still checking the exits, even in a room that is finally safe. And so often they over-apologize. Sorry for asking a question. Sorry for having a preference. Sorry for taking up space in a conversation that was always meant for two people. Somewhere along the way, staying small felt safer than being noticed, because being noticed once meant being blamed. And underneath almost all of it is a quiet fear, the fear of being too much or not enough. A childhood that taught them their needs were inconvenient can turn into an adulthood where they apologize for existing, shrink themselves to keep the peace, and mistake self-erasure for love. But here's what most people miss. This isn't weakness. It isn't damage without purpose. It's adaptation. A child who learns to read a room to survive becomes an adult who notices what others overlook. Someone who learned to give without being asked becomes a partner capable of extraordinary devotion. The same wiring that once protected a scared child can become one of the deepest capacities for love a person will ever have once they understand it and once they learn where the line is between loving someone and losing themselves. Notice, too, how they choose partners. Some chase the familiar chaos, mistaking anxiety for chemistry, because calm can feel boring when your body was raised on unpredictability. Others swing the opposite way, choosing steady, quiet people, and then feeling confused when nothing seems to be happening, when actually safety just looks unfamiliar. Both are the same wound, wearing two different faces. Healing doesn't mean loving less. It means learning that you're allowed to receive as much as you give. That silence isn't always danger. That someone staying isn't proof you have to keep earning it every single day. It means letting a good thing be good without waiting for it to fall apart. If this describes you or someone you love, know this: what once helped you survive can be reshaped into what helps you thrive with the right awareness and the right support. If this resonated with you, tell us in the comments and subscribe, because we explore the psychology behind who we become, one story at a time.